What's good, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we got to be talking about the Ballondor. There's a bunch of debate and controversy surrounding the award. So I'm gonna give my opinion who should win it. Disagree, agree. Let me know in the comments. But without further more, like, comment, subscribe, support the channel. We hit 100 subs the other day, but road to 200 starts today. And let's get into it. So basically, what is the Ballon d'Or? The Ballon d'Or is the player with the best season, basically. It used to be the best calendar year, but they switched it up. They redefined it. And I feel like this caused a little bit less confusion for the time being. And in the past, we've seen Messi and Ronaldo dominate, especially in the last 14, 15 years, this award. And for me, I have three factors: it's trophies, impact, and eye test. If you qualify for all three at the top level, then you can qualify for winning the Ballon d'Or. Because those three factors are, let's be honest, they're really tough to have, or at least two or three. Two of three would be impressive if you have that. And it can get you into a Ballon d'Or debate. And in the past, we've seen R9, Ronaldinho, we've seen top ballers, win this award. Some have two, some have one. It's a very difficult award. In the past, most legends usually have one or two. And we've also seen midfielders win this award, which is quite impressive. Modric, nobody really can say, was he robbed? Some people say that, but let's be honest. If you win the Ballon d'Or, you had an astronomically good season. So, in my opinion, Kaka, when he won it, was he robbed? No. Modric, no. These guys, every single Ballon d'Or winner, let's be honest, they had a legit case to win it, and that's why they won it. So let's get into the candidates for this year's Ballon d'Or, and let's start off with Rodri. Rodri, in my opinion, he's probably the best midfielder in the world. He probably is also, he probably does have the impact. If you think about it, for Manchester City, they don't lose a game with Rodri. And, they defended their title. Not only that, but Rodri did win player of the tournament with Spain. He also won the Euros. He's basically won a bunch of trophies. So he has impact and he has trophies. He's impact for Manchester City, especially because that Spanish team had Ruiz and probably Olmo and even Yamal, who probably couldn't win the player of the tournament. But his impact for City, he went undefeated for City in the Premier League at least. And this guy is basically, when City has him, they don't lose. They legit don't lose. And they barely draw too. So Manchester City, his impact for them is undeniable. And it makes sense for Rodri being in the Ballon d'Or race because also the eye test, he does have it. He is a quality player. And he's been doing it for a couple years now. So we know if we give the Ballon d'Or to Rodri, he won't flop, or because he's going to keep being good, most likely. Let's be honest. Rodri's a top baller. And let's move on to the next candidate, Vini Jr. Vini Jr., astronomical year, especially the business end of the season, especially in the UCL. Vini Jr. was, let's be honest, he's a pretty clutch player in these KO UCL games. Real Madrid relied on him the most out of any player. And honestly, as the years progress, he's refining his game more, and he looks good, man. And so I would say Vinny Jr., he does have some eye tests. You can't lie. Some games he does look frustrating, but also a lot of times he can win you games. And honestly, the more he's grown up, more times often than not, he's winning you games than losing you games. And let's be honest, his finishing has improved from his first couple years at Real Madrid. And ever since he's been a quality winger, he's redefined his game to have GA plus all the dribbling and speed, which makes him a constant threat, a constant problem. And he's also won the trophy. He won the Champions League. He won La Liga. So he has that also. And then the only thing left is impact. And I feel like if you don't rate Vinny Jr.'s impact for Real Madrid, you're a little bit crazy because let's be honest, every game it's to stop Vinny Jr. He is their best player. And he, in my opinion, he should be in the Ballon d'Or race, and rightfully so. So Vinny Jr., the only thing holding him back was probably that Copa America where two of the three games he played wasn't good. He did get suspended in the game that they got eliminated to Uruguay. And then also Vinny Jr. for Brazil, the only thing you could say for Vinny Jr. is that he's not the guy for Brazil like Neymar was. And if he's not the guy, then should we give him the Ballon d'Or? But in my opinion, if we're talking about the club season, I feel like Vinny Jr. was so far above everybody else. Maybe Rodri was a little bit close to him, but I feel like he's better than the rest, in my opinion, because the international competitions, if it's not the World Cup, I don't think we should rate it crazy high, because the Euros, we saw teams like England, and we saw who else, France, like, get very deep without playing good, so while in the World Cup that doesn't really happen, you most likely will have to play good in the World Cup. So just in my opinion, I feel like we shouldn't hold that too hard on Vinny. We know he's not Neymar, cool, but I feel like he deserves to at least be in the run-in for the Ballon d'Or, and if not win it, I don't have a problem with that. And then we got to talk about the last candidate, which is Jude Bellingham. And Jude Bellingham, I would say right now, the biggest thing he has right now was impact. He had the impact for Real Madrid, and that impact was replacing Benzema's goals, because people were saying, well, they don't have a out and out striker, so Salah going to start. Bellingham had the impact, and that's his biggest thing. But what I would say about Bellingham is that we saw in the Euros, especially, well, what happened to, like, the player of Bellingham? Was it the Real Madrid system? Was it the Real Madrid system carrying him? Because the eye test, I'm not gonna even lie, even at Real Madrid for the second half of the season, I was like, dang, maybe his first half was just, he was just had so much confidence and injury free. But in the second half, his level of play didn't really wasn't that good. Real Madrid did end up winning this the UCL and also La Liga, but I feel like they did it in spite of him at times. I'm not going to lie. And even in the Euros, he didn't play good besides that one bicycle kick. So Bellingham's kind of turned into a moments player, which is kind of surprising. And the reason why I would say Bellingham shouldn't really be in the top running in the Ballon d'Or would be like, if you remember Messi and Iniesta, Messi won that Ballon d'Or race. And the reason why is because Messi's the main guy at the club. So if we both have both years, the main guy wins. And for Vini and Bellingham, Vini's the main guy of Real Madrid. So I feel like if it's a race between them, Vini Jr. should win, in my opinion. And that's just my respective opinion. If you disagree and think Bellingham should be in the running or more than Vini, feel free to disagree. But in my opinion, history showed that in this type of race, Vinny's probably going to be over him. And if you think Bellingham's better than Vinny, I just feel like that's false, but that's your opinion. So what would I say? I would say Vinny Jr. or Rodri, in my opinion, should be the top two for winning the Ballon d'Or. And I wouldn't really be too pissed if any of these two won. Even as a Barca fan, I'm not going to hate Vinny Jr. I'm going to be real. Vinny Jr. is better than Mbappe in the times we faced him. Mbappe is just OP on the counterattack. Let's just be honest. Vinny Jr., I feel like even when we play the low block, Vinny Jr. has some real good dribbles. And I rate this guy, man. So I just feel like Vinny, he can qualify for a Ballon d'Or. It is not a robbery. And I feel like Rodri, he's been so consistent for a while now, and he is the best midfielder probably by a landslide. Let's be honest. Who are you going to debate over Rodri? So in my opinion, I feel like Vinny or Rodri both got the trophies, impact. They got it all. Everybody knows they're good players. They probably won't have a drop off, and it'll be justified in the future. So that's my opinion on the Ballon d'Or. Rodri or Vinny, I don't really care who wins. They both deserve it. But let me know in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe, support the channel. Road to 200 subs starts today. Let's get there, guys. See y'all in the next one. Peace.